Welcome back to IJDM, and we are back. Yeah, there's been some spaces in between new videos. There's a reason for that. I'm not going to get into it, but today we are once again going to take a look at music on floppy disks. No, just joking. No, really we are. And this is something a little different. This is Midi. I just wanted to cover it. I hadn't intended on getting one of these, but it was such a good deal. I figured just do a quick video and just cover it real quick. You may have seen it on other videos on the YouTube channels and so forth, but you just take a floppy disk and just pop it right in there, and let's just take a quick look.
Another visitor. Stay a while. Stay forever.
Okay, now I'm off camera so you don't have to look at me. Let's take a look at this unit. This is a Roland MT-90S. You may have seen in other videos. There's an MT-80S. There's an MT, I believe, 100, 200, 300. They come in different forms and factors and stuff, but this one's just kind of like a, I don't know, it's like a speaker you carry around, really, that it's got a little more on it. It's got a display here, a bunch of crazy buttons we'll go through in a minute, and of course the floppy drive on the bottom, which takes standard 1.44 floppies. As I said, you got the carry handle here, and on the back side, nothing crazy going on. It does have an audio input for a microphone, so if you want to sing along to your favorite Midi tunes, you can do that. It's got two audio outputs, and you can shut the speaker off and have it go to a stereo or receiver or so forth, or amplifier. And then it has a Midi port here, which I understand you can connect to some computers and get some ad-lib music, Midi music out of it. I think that's the correct term as well. And then there's something called start stop. I think that's a start stop pedal type of situation, or maybe some kind of thing when you're running multiple Midi type devices. Maybe, I'm not an expert by any means on Midi. And on the front we got volume control, and some of these buttons I really don't fully understand. I know they all do something, but this one basically allows you to change the tracks, and from what I've seen, I haven't been able to get it just to go from one track to another. And then this controls the different instruments that are playing if you want to turn them on or off. And the main idea of this machine was, oh, headphone port here, play, start, stop, and I think that's repeat. And then these are kind of like, I think, to speed up the music or slow it down or step it forward. It's kind of like a fast forward rewind, I guess you could say. I think this was more if you want to speed it up or slow it down if you turn that function off. So overall, let's just power this on and just get right into it. We don't want to talk too much. We want this to be a quick take. So I'm just gonna, I just threw a bunch of tunes on this disc, and they're good. It's reading the floppy, and there we go. And I can just hit play, and let's see, will this work? And I just got this today, and it works perfect. Okay, cool. It's a track from, I guess, a Tron movie or whatever, but we can't play too much of that because we know what happens here on when you're watching this online and copyright strikes. So let's just go. This is like some kind of Bryan Adams song, and so yeah, that speeds it up. And I learned if you hit both of them, it resets it back to its original position. So very cool. I mean, the speaker sounds good. Sometimes it sounds like this has been modeled off to maybe the right or left, and sometimes it sounds like there's something a little missing, but if somebody knows about MIDI files, maybe they explain it more, maybe advance more. This says MIDI 2. It's got this GS logo and MS and SMF lyrics. Not really sure what all that does. I've seen a few of these listed, and it's an interesting device. They do have an MT-90U, which uses USB, but come on, what fun would that be on a retro type channel like this using USB? I mean, come on. Let's use the floppy disk. And let's check out maybe a few other tracks here. You push that button, and then we can scroll through and see if there's anything interesting in here. I'm trying to play a couple more modern songs rather than 80s type stuff, but this one's one I think they usually play in hockey games and stuff, but sounds pretty good. I mean, the speaker overall I wouldn't say is the best, but it's not the worst either. It's actually got a little bit of crispiness to it. It's got a little punch, and I mean, it sounds all right. Well, I really don't have much else to say about this. If you want somebody, I mean, you can do a search with different. I know Cathode Ray Dude just did a video on one of these and covered it rather well, but and I think he was about as knowledgeable on MIDI as I was. But it was basically one of those formats where, if you want to understand it, that on the disc it wasn't the actual music stored. It was basically a set of instructions that the machines would interpret, or a program would interpret, and put them all together. So you literally could have, I mean, a multitude of tracks available. Like if you can see on the screen now, I'm on track 15, and this goes all the way up to track 29, and on some of these discs I was able to fit up to 35 songs on them doing that. So kind of a neat thing. I don't know if I'm going to keep this, if I have a use for it long term or not, but it is. I first got it, I was like disappointed in the way it looked, and I just cleaned it with a little bit of wind, and it's like brand spanking new. So it's like, this is a nice piece to own and have. And if somebody's interested, let me know, because like I said, I don't know what else I'm going to use this for in future videos, unless I get into maybe doing a sound card thing, but I don't even have a way to hook that up. That's it for now. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe. If you hated it, well, look for other my videos. Look through other my videos, because I do have some other interesting retro tech over the years, and even some modern stuff I cover once in a while. We'll see you next time, and have a good one.